So now that I got the headers installed, good to go, I started working on the installing the wideband. So far, let me switch you around. I have the power line. I added another power line wire going from here. I have it ran around the back, and it goes in right into there. Let me get you in there. It's where right there. There's a block off plate. Somebody already did the block off mod for the sound tube. I took the cap off and I drilled a hole, and I was able to run the battery wire and the O2 sensor wire that goes down. The wire for the O2 sensor that goes into the AEM one, it goes down the firewall. Now I am on the inside. I took apart the pillar. Well, I tried to take apart the pillar. Oh yeah, I did. This thing, there's a clip on the bottom. You have to push that out and then slide up. And it'll slide up on, it goes like this, on this piece right here. And I was able to get this off. I have the gauge bezel already for the gauge. Right now I am working on the wire. Lucky this car somebody had installed a radar detector before, and they already had, I guess, like a power box. Well, a separate wire directly to the car, smart cord, whatever that is. I'm using the ground off of that to use to my AM gauge, and then the power wire is gonna go to it says black. It's gonna be red. It's gonna be for analog 1. This is for the ProLink from HP Tuners. Take it out. Okay, here we go. This screws into your MPVI 3, and that's how you're able to get your data from your AEM to your HP Tuners to start tuning. I printed out a copy of the pinout colors for the ProLink. I got it off the HP Tuners website. So see, black will be ground, and then red we need for analog 1. And that's all we're going to use right now. We're not going to use the can high or can low. I don't even know what those are right now. I'll have to look those up and see what those are, but I don't think I need them. So we'll go from there. So right now I'm going to start. I got these little self-soldering, just heat them up and they melt the solder. Pretty nice little thing, makes it easier. So I'm going to solder these wires together, and then we'll go from there, and I'll get back with you. Alright, it's been a little minute. We're trying to figure this out. I got the gauge installed, and I have the lambda faceplate on it, on the AM gauge. I got this pillar from ZZ Performance. I wanted to get 2 because I want to pipe it this one with the ethanol sensor gauge, so I'll go with that one there. And then I got that already bolted in. You can see there, you gotta put you use the little stopper bracket to hold it down. Took me a little while to figure out the wiring on this thing. So I got the red to a positive, and I have it all the way up to the fuse box and I have it in a fuse tap on 42, which is a HVAC system. And I got the ground, and this is the ground coming from the AEM wire. This is the one that goes to the back of the gauge. The ground right here, and I use it because it was already there. And then for your ProLink I'm using one sensor or one analog. Gonna be a black on the ground coming from this wires from the back of the gauge. It says black to a ground, but on the gauge's wiring diagram, this is where it got confusing. This is coming from the back of the gauge, the wiring. So you're gonna need the power ground. It's gonna be black. Okay, we got that one, and that black wire coming from, like I said, it comes back. Yeah, you're gonna use the negative for the analog. It's gonna be a brown negative, will be the black on the Pro Link. So I got the brown wire wired up to the black to the Pro Link. Pro Link from HP Tuners. This is screws on to the MPV1, MPV3 in the front serial port. Not serial port, I guess. And then on positive, it's going to be the white. This is right here. And on the Pro Link for analog 1, which I'm using, it goes to the red. So it's going to be a white coming from the AM, and then a red coming from the Pro Link. I tested it before I hooked it all together, and it turned on and worked. So now I gotta just tidy these wires up, and then put the gauge pillar back up there, and then we'll go from there. And I'll get back with you once I got everything all cleaned up. All right, I got everything put together. I got it working. It's reading at lambda, and it's a little lean. It's a little lean because I guess I never tuned it. Well, of course it wasn't tuned for the cold air that they installed, and now I have the exhaust, so now it's flowing a lot better. So I give it gas. It runs down. See how well it does on the self-learn for now. Once I get going, then I could start data logging and see what I could do. But yeah, that will do it for this video, and I'll get back to you when I start tuning it. Thank you. Bye.